why did he stop his friend from picking the flowers?
Welcome to Miss Henry's classroom. I am Miss Henry and I have a special guest that will help us answer that question and share a bit more.
Yes, Miss Henry. Oh, they just arrived. Of course, it's not a problem at all. Not a problem. I'm happy to. Hello, children. I am Hyacinth the horticulturist, and my job is all about flowers. I can tell you about this flower, about that flower, about all flowers. And Miss Henry asked me to share my knowledge and my passion with you. I am so delighted and I look forward to our time together. Now, today we are going to look at the parts of a flower, the importance of flowers, and how to label and draw a flower. Now, this story is called The Bloom. In a bright and sunny valley right near the edge of the northern rainforest, tucked under the petals of a giant sunflower, there was a very special school called Pollination School. Today was a big day for some of the pollinators, like bees and hummingbirds. They were gathering to learn about pollination from their wise teacher, Professor Pui, a beautiful glowing pink pui flower swaying in the breeze. Have you ever seen the pui trees in bloom? It's so beautiful. Good morning, students. Are you ready to learn how to help the world bloom?
Yes, Professor Pui.
Mesmerized by her, Professor Pui spread her petals wide. Do you see these petals of mine? Petals are like my bright clothes, colorful and smelling sweet to coral pollinators like you. Do you notice that flowers have many different colors of petals? What are some colored flowers you've seen before? Before I bloomed, my sepals wrapped around me like a blanket to keep me safe. Rock-a-bye baby on a treetop. That reminds me of that. At my base, you'll find my receptacle. And this little stem holding me up, that's my pedicel. It carries food and water from the plant to keep me healthy. Now here's the real science. This tall part with the yellow dust, that's my stamen, the male part of the flower. The yellow dust is called pollen. I want you to say, by doing this, repeat my action. The stamen has pollen. The stamen has. Good job. And this sticky part at the top of the other stalk, that's my stigma, part of the pistil, which is the female part. When pollen lands on me, it grows a tiny pollen tube down into the ovary where seeds can form. Whoa, isn't that cool? Who would have thought that you needed flowers to make seeds?
I love collecting pollen. It sticks to my legs when I visit flowers for nectar.
Yes, Busy. When you land on a flower to sip nectar, you carry pollen to another flower. So next time you're outdoors and you see a bee going from flower to flower, from a safe distance, with of course the permission of an adult, see if you can spot any pollen that's stuck on the body of the bee.
Tata, I hover without landing, and my long beak reaches deep inside the flower. That's right, Zippy. You're the perfect one for tube-shaped flowers like the heliconias. Butterflies love flowers like the hibiscus, bougainvillea, and ixora. And did you know that there are many other pollinators too? The students gasped. Without pollination, without you, there would be no zabuka, no mango, no pumsite, no peas, no cocoa for your hot chocolate tea, no plants. You are not just visitors, you're heroes of the forest, heroes of the garden, and it is absolutely important for you to know the parts of the flower. Class dismissed, but the work is not done. The real work starts now. Go pollinate the world. And off they went, ready to make flowers bloom and fruits grow, one petal at a time.
Alright everyone, that is it for our story, and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned about parts of the flower. Now, although my time with you is finished, I'm sure Miss Henry has a bunch more activities for you to participate in and enjoy and learn from. You budding horticulturists, I hope to see you another time. Bye!
Well, I hope you enjoyed that story by Hyacinth the Horticulturist. It was very fascinating learning about these little pollinators, learning about parts of the flower. Now we have 2 activities. Make sure that you get the permission of an adult, right? And also ensure that you wash your hands before and after. Nothing should go into your mouth when doing this activity. We are going to dissect the flower and then after draw the parts of the flower. And I have some demonstrations for you. So just follow along and you'll be quite alright learning about the parts of a flower. Here are the materials you will need. A flower, preferably a hibiscus, and you can pick this from your backyard or the park, once you get permission of course. A sheet of paper or your science notebook, a ruler, sharpened pencil, and color pencils, which are optional.
I begin dissecting this hibiscus flower by first removing the sepals, which is attached to the receptacle and the pedicel. After I have removed the sepals, I am going to remove the petals one at a time carefully, which will expose the pistil, which both contains, of course, the stigma, the style, and the ovary on the inside, which I'm trying to take out. And you will also see the tiny little hair-like structures on the pistil. That's the stamen, which is both the filament and the anther. Now let's draw the parts of the flower. Let's draw and label. You begin with your pedicel, which is a small stalk, and at the top of it you have a little round shape, which is your receptacle. Then the taller stalk above the receptacle will be your pistil, which will have, of course, the ovary, the style, and the stigma. Draw your round, beautiful petals and under there your leaf-shaped sepals. Attached to your pistil will be your stamen, which contains the filament and the anther, so they look kind of like little hairs. Then you draw your lines for labeling. Remember, use a ruler, make those lines straight. And neatly label the parts of the flower. Do not forget your title, and I will give you a moment to pause the video to check your labeling.
Now we know what flowers do and the function of each part of the flower. I guess we understand why that boy was telling his friend, don't pick any more flowers. The birds, the bees, the butterflies, they all need them. They're the pollinators, and we need more flowers and fruits and plants on planet Earth. Next time on Miss Henry's Classroom, we dive into another fantastic topic. See you then. Bye.